Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. I don't have a disc to show you on this one. This movie had a limited theatrical run, but as of this video, the only way you can really see it is to watch it on Shudder, which is a horror subscription service. If you don't subscribe to it, it's definitely worth it. They have a ton of old and new horror movies. They also have a lot of exclusives, and this movie is one of them. This movie is called Kuso. It's from hip hop artist Flying Lotus. Um, it doesn't really have a story. It takes place in a world after an earthquake has caused all kinds of crazy shit to happen, but the movie doesn't really talk about it um, all that much. You don't really know about why the earthquake happened or what it did, but you just know that everything in this world is fucked up. Everybody has sores all over them. Everyone's obsessed with their own shit and their own semen and their own just every kind of bodily fluid you can think of. Um, it's not so much a regular movie as it is a collection of like vignettes, and some of them are one-offs, and then some of them are like repeating segments over the course of the movie. So there is a little bit of narrative to it, but not really. They are connected by theme and by style, but that's about it. Some of them include like a girl and her boyfriend who have like she chokes him while he's masturbating, and it kind of deals with their intimacy. There's another one where like a little bald kid has a relationship with a giant gaping anus in the forest that he rubs shit on. There's another one where a guy is scared of breasts, so he goes to see George Clinton, who's a doctor, and then George Clinton shits on him, and then this creature comes out of George Clinton's asshole. And there's another one where like a girl is hanging out with these two interdimensional aliens, and they just kind of bag on her the whole time. That's the kind of stuff we have. Plus, in between, there's all kinds of weird animated, just bizarre stuff. The influence on this is immediately evident that this was a hugely inspired by Tim and Eric. If you're familiar with Tim is even in it for a little while. If you're familiar with Tim and Eric, then you'll immediately recognize a lot of this stuff. The animation style is very similar. The theme and the tone is very similar, but this doesn't feel like Tim and Eric. This feels like a much darker, even more bizarre version of Tim and Eric. That's about all I can really say. It's just the kind of thing like you have to see it for yourself, I could tell you everything that happens in the movie, but it doesn't matter because it's not like a regular movie where you can say, oh, that's kind of cool that this happened or this happened. Like, you have to see it because you'd be like, no, that doesn't. There's no way that happens, but it happens. As far as the movie being entertaining, I think it's very entertaining if you like outsider cinema or surreal cinema or just really weird creative stuff. Sometimes the movie does feel like it's trying way too hard to be weird, and those moments come off as forced. There's a scene where the guy who's scared of tits interacts with a blow-up doll and the man slash lady behind the counter. It's really forced. It's really awkward in a non-entertaining way. But those kind of scenes are few and far between. For the most part, they're very effective. The weirdness feels very organic and natural. And in those moments, the movie is like borderline just like hilarious. Like, it's a really entertaining movie overall, if you can put up with the weird stuff. Now, if you're the kind of person who only watches Marvel movies and, romantic comedies, this is going to scare the shit out of you, and you're going to be, like, horrified and mortified. But if you've got a good sense of humor and you like weird stuff and you like to see creative cinema, I think it's worth it. I will definitely pick it up whenever it comes out on disc. Hopefully it comes out on disc. But like I said, right now it's only available on Shudder. I think it's like $5 or $6 a month. And you get like hundreds of horror movies, including a bunch of exclusives like Kuso and Prevenge and just a bunch of stuff. I really like the service. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, so don't think that. But that's Kuso. It's crazy. It's weird. If you like Tim and Eric, if you like weird movies, outsider movies, I think you should definitely check it out. It's definitely a movie that if you like it, you will want to be the one who introduces your friends to it because it is just really a fun, just crazy movie. I hope you guys liked the review, and hopefully I'll have another one up soon. Thanks for watching, guys.